All right, so once again, you guys, welcome. Thank you for joining. This is the 450 main event for the Aerial ESX World Championship Round 11 from Arlington 2. Rubes, your series points leader. Dad Shoes in second. Dorian in third. Reese in fourth. Stone Rider in fifth. Aiden, Troy, Fafalito, Beast, and Steez rounding out the top 10. As always, Rubes trying to hold on to that red plate. Dad Shoes trying to take it from him. Let's see what's going to happen tonight as the gate is down for 450 main event. Rubes once again on the inside, but Steez has had a whole shot winning gate pick all night, and there he is again coming out front. Mini with the MXB Mods team in second, Stone Rider in third, Aiden in fourth. It's Morgan in fifth. So something happening up here. Steez maintains his first place spot. Stone Rider moves up into second. Aiden in third, Morgan in fourth. It's going to be Jin rounding out your top five. But here comes Reese pushing himself past Jin just over the finish line into the fifth place spot, trying to get a good run through these whoops and make a pass on Morgan. Aiden bobbles at the end there. Almost had a pass on Stone Rider, but wasn't able to make it stick. So as I mentioned at Arlington 1, Stone Rider had a good race at Daytona, was in a prime position for his first win in the Aerial Series when tragedy struck on the last lap. So here, once again, we find Stone Rider up front. As last week, I believe, he was forced to take a second place spot as well. He might have got third, actually, but he does not want to settle tonight. Gets a good run through this rhythm section here and is trying to make a pass on Steez, but Steez is not letting it go easy, but he makes a mistake, bobbles through the two tables, and Stone Rider now makes the pass and takes the lead as we have a new race leader here on lap number 2. But only a minute and a half has gone from this 20-minute plus one main event as Steez is trying to latch on to Stone Rider and not let him go anywhere. Both riders get a good run through the whoop section. Can Steez make the Bud Racing Honda team proud and get his first win in the Aerial ESX World Championship tonight? Aiden still sitting in third, your previous round winner from Arlington 1, as Reese tries to make an inside pass on Morgan and move up into the fourth place spot, but is not able to make it stick. Can he do it here? Cases the table over single and cases the Supercross triple, as does Morgan, so that allows Jin to get by, but Jin slides it out in the corner. So Aiden still maintaining some good fortune here as he has held on to this third place spot, but he has got a pain train behind him as here comes Reese, Morgan, and Aiden all trying to push up. Stone Rider still in the lead. There is your second place spot for Steez. So let's go on board here with Aiden and watch as he is trying to hold down this podium spot. Here comes K-Bell Aiden. Uh-oh, FXR Aiden makes a mistake at the end of the whoops, but so does K-Bell Aiden. And where is that going to put? So FXR Aiden still sits in third place. Morgan in fourth. It's Jin in fifth. Reese launching it over the wall past the start straight, trying to make a pass on Jin quickly. Wants to make quick work of anybody in front of him and get ahead of this drama because it is deep around him right now. Four-way battle for the podium, guys. Here we go. No, I'm sorry, it's a four-way battle for fourth as Morgan makes the pass around Aiden and now sits on your podium. Aiden not able to triple in, so he does triple out, tries to get an inside line on his teammate Jin, not able to make it happen, connects the front tire to Jin's rear and goes down. So Jin now sits in the back of this battle, as Reese is going to get a good inside line drive and makes his way around Aiden, as does Jin. One mistake from Aiden cost him 2 positions, as Reese now has his sights set on Morgan. Uh-oh, Steez makes a mistake and goes down, so Morgan pushes himself into second place. Steez is feeling the pressure now from his Bud Racing Honda teammate Reese, as Reese now moves into third. But Steez, taking notes from Reese, launches it over the wall and makes the pass back quick. Back and forth here for this podium battle, as we are seeing 4 riders deep over that Supercross triple as Morgan goes down and makes a mistake. So that allows Jin and Aiden to get by. Reese and Steez go by as well. So Morgan loses 4 spots in the blink of an eye. Look how thick it is. Oh my. As Steez makes a mistake and Aiden is trying to get around. Aiden cuts it down deep, triples onto table. Oh no! All 3 of them go down like bowling pins. Excuse me, Jin got 3 for 1 there as he goes by after Aiden makes a critical mistake and takes out Steez and Reese with him. So Morgan moves up, Reese falls back. Aiden cut that berm sharp and was trying to triple on the table and make a 2-for-1 pass, and it did not work out for any of them. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if I just can't see Troy or what, but he is not on the track. If I try to go to Troy, it takes me to Reese for some reason. So I am a little bit confused about that. I suppose it's possible that there is a glitch and I can't see Troy, but for right now, I'm just going to trust what I physically see on the track. So Stone Rider in first, Aiden in second, Jen in third, Steez in fourth, Morgan in fifth, and here comes Dad Shoes. We haven't seen much of Dad Shoes or Rubes as they were battling there. Man, you take a week off from Aerial, you forget what the story arc is. I haven't even considered Rubes or Dad Shoes as your series points leader crosses sitting in 8th, and Dad Shoes right behind him. Guys, this is your top 3 in the Aerial 450 class right here. Rubes, Dad Shoes, and Dorian in that exact order. So as far back as Rubes is in the pack, the question is, can Dad Shoes tether on with him and work their way up to a front spot and try to get some more points out of this thing? Because if Rubes finishes in front of Dad Shoes, that's only good news for his series lead. But Dad Shoes needs to be up closer to the podium spot so he can really earn some points here and try to catch up to Rubes. We're on round 11 out of 17, but still, I mean, it's cutting it close. Dad Shoes needs to be considering this points chase now, and I know he is. So if he can get around Rubes, put Rubes in the rear view, and work his way up towards a podium position, Dad Shoes can make a lot of headway here on his championship battle with Rubes. Morgan comes across the finish line in 5th, so Rubes now trying to push his way up into a 5th place spot. We are witnessing the hard charge here, guys, as Rubes and Dad Shoes, the 2 front runners in this series, are trying to push their way up. Dad Shoes gets a good run around the outside and makes the outside pass on Rubes, but Rubes cuts deep on the inside, takes the line away. Dad Shoes almost goes down, but manages to keep it up on 2. Morgan now loses the 2 spots to Dad Shoes and Rubes. So here we go, guys. The battle between your 2 series points leaders is Dad Shoes. Oh, I thought he was going to case it, but Rubes slips out and makes a mistake. This is exactly what Dad Shoes needs. He needs the misfortune from Rubes to cost Rubes the positions that he needs to maintain the points lead, while Dad Shoes has a clear track in front of him to hard charge towards the front of the pack and earn the points that he needs to catch up on the gap with Rubes. So let me take a look here at our point standings. Rubes with 231 points on the series, Dad Shoes with 217. So that's a 14-point gap between the two with 6 rounds left to go, including this one here. So Jin currently sitting in 4th, Steez in 3rd, and it should be Stone Rider in 1st. Like I said, I'm not really sure what's going on with Troy. So if Dad Shoes is sitting in 5th and Rubes is in 7th, I mean, that's only 2 points separating between them. So if it were to finish like this, the points as they run, then Dad Shoes could take a 14-point gap down to 12. So, I mean, it's chipping away. If he did that every single main event from here on out, he could be looking at a single-point deficit coming into the final round. So it just really goes to show you how important it is to maximize every single position and work towards getting those points, no matter how far you are in the pack. So according to timing and scoring, it shows Troy in 1st, but somebody should let me know. Is Troy actually racing this right now? Is Troy actually on the track with these guys? If so, I will give him the credit he deserves for being in the number 1 spot, but I cannot see him on my screen. So Steez in 2nd, Jen in 3rd, and Dad Shoes makes a mistake at the end of the whoops. He's going to get caught by Dorian and Rubes. So here we go, guys. The number 1 and the number 3 position in this 450 series. Rubes takes the inside line away from Dorian and pushes him wide. 11 minutes left on the clock here. We're almost halfway done with this 450 main. As you can see, Aiden and Dad Shoes right in front, and there goes Jen as he steps up onto the corner and is now stepping down to cross the start straight again. So Rubes has got his targeting systems locked on, and he wants to catch up to Dad Shoes and make quick work of this as well. Let's take a look at lap times here so we can see what these guys are running. Rubes' fast lap is a 54 flat with a 55.2 as his last. Dad Shoes with a 53.7. So Dad Shoes has got the speed to keep it in front of Rubes. The question is, can he do it without making mistakes? As Aiden goes down, cases the finish line and makes a mistake, almost takes Rubes out with him. Dorian gets by cleanly. So we're back at it again. 3 deep in the whoop sections here as Dad Shoes, Rubes, and Dorian are in a battle with each other. It's not bar to bar, but certainly if anything happens, one is going to capitalize over the other. Yeah, is there nobody in the McMonster Discord right now with Troy? So Dad Shoes starting to catch up to Jin here. See behind him, he's got a pretty good gap. So here we go. Dad Shoes gets over the 2 tables cleanly, sets himself up nice for a good run on Jin. Is Jin going to go inside or wide? Swings inside, but Dad Shoes is all but bar to bar with him right now, trying to figure out his next move for how he's going to get by Jin. Who is faster in the whoops? Looks like they're both getting through them cleanly with the same speed, but Dad Shoes is priming himself right now for an inside pass. Tries to take it, but Jin cuts inside as well and blocks that line. Friends they may be, but Jin doesn't want to let Dad Shoes go for anything. Dad Shoes lands that table over there over the single cleanly and gets over the Supercross triple. These guys have got it figured out for sure by now. The perfection that it takes in that section to clear that triple. The power of the 450, of course, will get them there. So here we go, as they're both opting to double, triple, double. As we look ahead, we see Steez is down in the corner, as well as Jane. So now this is trouble for Steez, who has been sitting in what I guess is third. I guess we'll go with timing and scoring. So Steez sitting in third, Jin in fourth, and it is a 3-way battle as Dad Shoes aggressively takes the inside away from Jin, pushes the tire over, and makes the pass. So here he goes. Like I said, friends they may be, but Dad Shoes has got a full series championship to think about here. Steez obviously wants to win his first aerial race, but he is down pretty far from Stone Rider, who has completely gapped this field by almost 25 seconds. Dad Shoes makes a good drive through that section and gets right past Steez and moves himself up another position. So unfortunately, LeMunion already becoming a part of the lap traffic here. As we take a look back, Steez has got Rubes on his tail. Here comes Jin, James, Dorian. Man, what a crazy race already. So it says Stone Rider is catching up to Troy here, wherever Troy may be. But look at the gap already, man. 30 seconds between Stone Rider and Dad Shoes. Steez not letting Dad Shoes go anywhere anytime soon. It would be so cool to see Steez podium here. As Jin trying to hold off Rubes and Dorian, Dad Shoes could get a gift here if Jin rides super defensively and holds his line, preventing Dorian and Rubes from getting by. You know, there are a lot of turns, a lot of twists and turns on this track. There's a lot of places to shut down a pass and not a lot of places to get a wide open pass. I think most of the passes we have seen, as I say that, Rubes goes inside, opts for the additional line choice there, but doesn't make the pass stick. Yeah, there's a lot of places to shut down a pass. There's a lot of places to attempt to pass, a lot of places to shut it down, but there's not a whole lot of places to just get a good run. I think we're seeing most of the passes right there in that section where Jin made that stick. Another place we're seeing passes is right here after the finish line, and then in this whoop section. Everywhere else, it's really just about protecting your inside, and you're pretty much good to go. Unless you're just clearly faster than somebody else. As we look ahead, Steez goes down in a battle with LeMunion as LeMunion takes a look behind him, trying not to get in the way of those who are coming around a lap ahead. LeMunion makes a mistake after the Supercross triple. He's going to swing wide here and let the leaders go by. Well, at least he makes an attempt to. So Rubes, tired of Jin being in the way, pushes him wide and takes the outside line still, so him and Dorian get by. It's like Rubes is a gentleman, man. He held that door open for Dorian and said, "No, sir, you first," and then took the lead back away in that battle. So Rubes now moves up into, let's see here. Oh, he's holding on to 5th. Dorian moves up into 6th and pushes Jin back to 7th. Dorian getting a good drive through the whoop section there, trying to make up some time here and catch up to Rubes. But like I said, Rubes protects his inside line, and Dorian not able to make that pass. Both of them have to swing wide here. You're not really going to do much there if you try to take the inside, except for screw up both of your rhythms. Let's move forward here as we still see Steez sitting in 4th, Dad Shoes sitting in 3rd as he's coming around Panda here. And man, Stone Rider is just gone. You can see how far he has worked his way up through lap traffic on the left side of your screen. Looking at timing and scoring, he has worked his way up to 10th already. So here we go again, another, we're right back to it, a battle between Steez, Rubes, and Dorian for the 4th place position. Rubes bar to bar with Steez here as he gets a good drive to the whoop section and takes the inside line. Oh, he tries to push Steez wide, but Steez just barely, narrowly squeezes his way through there right along that chalk line and maintains this position. He is fighting for it, ladies and gentlemen. He does not want to let this go. And again, so we see Stone Rider here has moved up into 1st. There is no Troy. I'm convinced that Troy is not in this race. I'm convinced Troy's not in this race. So, I mean, we'll see. But, Dorian makes a mistake. Rube swings out wide, finally gets a pass on Steez. It looks like he's going to make this stick. Oh, he's getting taken out by lappers because they can't see him. Thank you, McManus. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so Troy's here. That's the confirmation I needed. That was the most confusing, trying to call out who was where. Steez almost goes down there and loses a spot to Dorian, but manages to keep it up. But here comes Reese, his Bud Racing Honda teammate, as on board we go. What's up, Trauma? Steez trying to catch up to Dorian here, maybe do a little team tactics, a little Bash Brothers from Mighty Ducks, if you will. Get Dorian out of this race. Uh-oh, Dorian cases the triple, so no need. Does it for himself. He goes down. Loses out hard. So Steez now moves up, but Rubes has all but checked out on this battle between him and Steez. So that's all Rubes needed. He just needed to create a little bit of space between him and Steez, put Steez in the rear view, and then get to it. So, man, what an impressive ride, honestly, from Troy. It's unfortunate that I can't see him on my screen, but I have to assume he's battling pretty close with Dad Shoes right now. Man. Let me actually see here. It'd be really cool if Troy was streaming, because then I would just throw up his point of view on the dual cam, but unfortunately it does not appear that he is. So 2.5 minutes left here in the main event, guys. It looks like, according to timing and scoring, Stone Rider sits in 1st, Dad Shoes is in 2nd, and Troy is in 3rd. I mean, the timing is 5/100ths of a second, so I mean, they've got to be battling right now. Rube still sitting in 4th, so right now, as it sits, Dad Shoes looks to gain, what is that, 5 points on this battle with Rubes? If my math is correct, 26, 23, 20, 18. So I think that'll be a 5-point spread if Rubes finishes in 4th, which will close that gap from 14 down to 9. So this is good news for Dad Shoes. If Rubes does not get this podium spot, if he can't find Troy and take the podium spot away, then Dad Shoes is going to reduce the gap that Rubes has to single digits. Just over a minute left here. Let's find our race leader currently. It is Stone Rider on that aerial KTM. Man, you've got to be giving a round of applause to Stone Rider, who is working his way through this pack and heading towards his first victory here in 11 rounds of the aerial ESX series. Stone Rider helping to put all this together by making the tracks each week with Nico. So really putting in the effort to keep this series running, and it's cool to see him out front as he is looking to, I mean, he's lapping Dorian right now in 10th, so he's putting on a clinic for sure. 30 seconds left, so after, makes a mistake. So after he comes around the finish line this next time, it will be the white flag. Here is Dad Shoes sitting in second. Troy somewhere in third, and here is Rubes in fourth. It's going to be Reese in your top 5 as his teammate Steez is lagging not too far behind. Jin sitting in 7th, his teammate Aiden in 8th, FXR Aiden in 9th, and just behind him is Stone Rider, who's already working his way up to almost lapping up to 9th place. So battles are kind of spread here. I wish I could see what's happening between Troy and Dad Shoes. Steel Rod, dude, you did it again, man. Thank you so much. I love you. As Aiden comes across there in 8th. So here is Stone Rider, guys. The white flag is out for your race leader. Let's give him the credit he deserves and the screen time he is due. Let's go on board here with the fastest, most consistent man on this track tonight. See how he navigates it cleanly and rides his way home to a victory here at round 11. Yeah, thank you, Steel Rod. I appreciate it. As always, 45 total. That's insane, dude. It's actually insane. Two final corners here for Stone Rider as he navigates his way through this rhythm section cleanly. Making the aerial team proud on that bright orange KTM as he takes the one final corner towards the inside and crosses the finish line. Checkers are out, and so is the heel clicker for Stone Rider. Congratulations, Stone Rider. Dad Shoes with a heel clicker as well as he finishes in second. So, man, good ride by Dad Shoes as well. So, Troy finishing in third, Rubes falling back to fourth. It's unusual to see Rubes off of the podium. So, it's nights like this that Dad Shoes needs. It's nights like this that Rubes has got to be wary of because there's still a lot of racing left. And good ride. So Reese is going to round out your top 5. Here comes Steez in 6th. Bud Racing Honda teammates together. Looks like Jen on the K-Bell team is going to come across in 8th, actually. It should be Aiden who has made the pass and will cross the finish line in 7th. So there you go. Nope, it was Cuts. So Aiden in 8th. FXR Aiden, your round winner from last week, crosses in 9th. So once again, Stone Rider, Dad Shoes, and Troy on your podium tonight. Rubes and Reese rounding out your top 5. Man, what? That was a fun race. That one flew by. 20 minutes went down to nothing. So yeah, if I'm correct on the results here, let's take a look. So Rubes with 231, Dad Shoes with 217. So I believe this is going to be 23 points for Dad Shoes, and then I think it'll be 18 for Rubes, if I'm not wrong. Which should reduce that 14-point gap here to 9. So, and then there are 6 rounds of aerial supercross left.